Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Shoe. I am Sade.
I'm Nina.
And you guys, you see us tonight. We're together.
Hey.
So, hey.
All right.
We're going to start trying to get more together, but, get together more. So, we're going to see. It's like a little travel thing going on here.
Right.
But, today we're going to talk about the immigration debate.
Yeah.
So, right now, DMC is in Chicago, and they're having 4 days there. With all the Democratic, people and higher ups are talking about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz as their Democrat elects. Kamala's the VP right now, which she's seeking to be the president. And I think they've been really good, saying some positive things, but they got to say something about Trump here and there, because Trump, it's a lot of backlash,
right,
as I might say. But the thing is, it's the immigration. Everyone is concerned about the immigration laws, how a lot of immigrants are coming here to the U.S.
How much money they're getting.
And how much money they're getting when we already have people that were born in the United States that are homeless. A lot of us are working overtime, 2 and 3 jobs, and still can't provide for our families. Housing has risen sky high, light, gas is high, food is expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's difficult out here nowadays, right around now.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to figure out, how can you guys help with this, alleviate the pain that we're going through right now as citizens. We're going through a lot, and nobody's really saying anything about it. Have you heard anything what Kamala
she hasn't addressed. Here's the thing. What, from my understanding, she hasn't addressed anything. Neither has Trump. Right? They're steering clear of it. They can't give us as Americans, Black Americans, anything. Everyone is very upset about the fact that they have all these laws. Dr. Umar pointed it out very much so. They have the laws for against the Asians. They have the law for against Ethiopians, and they have laws for the Jewish community as well. Okay. There's no laws against us. Everyone is upset that Trump stated, we've been covering it, that he stated that he wanted to give the police immunity. On top of it, it's like they're washing away reparations. Nobody's talking about reparations. If we're still fighting for reparations for 400 years now,
right?
Everybody feels and see we're not going to get nothing. They haven't done anything. They'll throw these little things in place, like Walsh and the other governors have centralized, North Dakota, South Dakota, I believe Iowa, Minnesota, and somewhere else that I want to say Wisconsin, but I'm not sure, to where it's that grant or that money that reparation, a form of reparation that they will give you if you qualify. You still got to jump through all these
a lot of hoops,
to get all these benefits. When, from what we're hearing, no one has actually showed it, but some people that work in the system, they describe how when the immigrants come and they get help, their Social Security start with a 1. They automatically have an 800 credit score. They are already funded outside of getting $4,000 a month, anywhere from $1,400 to $4,000 or $5,000 a month. On top of that, they're given a car. You're given a loan.
Yeah.
You're given a loan to go get your car. Half, not to be offensive, but to be offensive, half of them can't drive because their laws and their roads are totally different than the United States, right? Half of them can't drive. Most of them are very rude. I'm not talking about the immigrants that have been in the country because they've adapted to the land. They formed to the earth over here because this is the turf that they're under now.
Well, like they say, when you're in Rome, do as Romans do.
Exactly.
So wherever you like, if we go out the country, respect their laws and rules, and you dance to their tune.
Exactly. You better. So, otherwise, you're gonna go to jail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just hoping. Hey, like I said, I'm a vote. I'm just gonna take the pen and say, just guide me. Close my eyes, say, God, guide my pen to who I should vote for. Because if I go and
I'm
vote,
not even voting.
you're not going.
No.
Oh my God, you got to.
I'm not voting because here's the thing. Regardless of my vote or not, they're gonna do what they want to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm not voting because internally I don't believe in anything either one of them are saying. They haven't said anything for the Black race at all.
Nothing. And as far as even the businesses, a lot of businesses, corporations are closing down.
Yeah.
It's like everything's going like that. Doors closing.
Even as far as California, I just seen someone yesterday, a video yesterday, that someone had walked around Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Every single bank, every single store, every single car lot, even the police station is closed out there in Beverly Hills. If all of that is closing, what's that saying about it's only going to pull in? We're in the Midwest, we're in the middle, so it's only going to pull in over to here.
You know what? When you say that, when we went to Beverly Hills like 2 years ago,
yeah,
they even still had stuff boarded up because of the riots and stuff like that. Yeah. There was a lot of high-end stores, so they weren't coming back to Beverly Hills. Yeah. And I'm like, what? So I don't know. We're in a tough times right now. It's like the pandemic is still here, but it's not, not everyone's getting sick, but you're sick as far as not having enough funding or the money to take care of yourself.
Yeah. The thing about it is, what could she promise us as a community though? She hasn't said nothing. No. She didn't do nothing when she was the vice president. Since she's been the vice president, there's nothing.
She was very quiet. She was very quiet. But you know what? I think that was kind of strategic for her to be quiet. I'm assuming because they already knew Biden had dementia or had some issues with his memory.
Even if the plan was to secretly slide her in, even if Biden was being a good guy, because they say how racist he is or was or whatever. I don't know.
I've never
say
heard
if he
that.
was saying he
Biden.
You never heard Biden was racist?
No.
Oh yeah. Well, he's discriminatory against Black people. He was definitely for the 1994 crime bill. He was definitely for that. I look at him as, he has some form of racism because me personally, I am a product of the 1994 crime bill. I am in the result of that because I did face 20 years and did 10. So I don't feel either one, like I said, and everybody knows how Trump feels, how he did the Central Park 5.
Yes.
His opinion on that weighed heavy on the fact that those kids at the time, because they're adults, they're our age now. Some of them are a little
13,
older than
14,
us.
14, and 16 years old.
Yeah, so they were the result of that back then, of being locked up for something they were totally innocent about. And then he didn't even say apologize.
Yeah, so Dr. Yusuf, he got on CNN the other day, and talked about how, he felt about Trump, how Trump didn't, like you say, apologize.
Yeah.
And how he intentionally got on news. This man wasn't in no political stance. It wasn't a lawyer. It wasn't anything in the judicial system.
No.
And for him to get on national TV and say, lock them up, and they need to be in prison for a long time, and it's kind of sad. And you hearing rumors about his family. It's so many racist white men out here in the world. You never know they're racist until certain things happen. And come up, even with the housing. They said him and his family owned a lot of housing in New York, and would not give housing to Black people or minority people. You know what I'm saying? Even when you had the Trump hotels, they acted funny. With Black people coming in and getting the whole room. He finally started renting out hotels and lofts to some of the rappers, big rappers, the last 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was making it hard for Black and brown people.
When it boils down to it, we're going to get the president that is isn't as offensive to white men. The country is ran off of the emotions and the business of white men. That's what America is about. When they came over here and they stole the country, it all resulted back to a white man being offended by another race. They keep saying it's a made up belief and a thing from man, right? True. In God's eyes, we're all the same. He only made one man. And as we know, as we could see, this melanated skin, right? Every single person came from this right here. Every single person started off as black. It went away and it got lighter and lighter and lighter. And these people have picked and chose to pick the race and this country, this and this country to build separation. But really, that's not what we're even here for.
So Dr. Yusuf, I like the fact that he said he carries a letter that he wrote to himself years ago.
Okay.
And
while he was locked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said he would not run his life on fear,
because
he was, in prison for something he did not do at 16 years old. That's life changing. Even a person that have committed a crime, you're going to go through some mental struggles being in prison. It's a mental thing, being locked up and being treated poorly, no medical and so forth. It's a vast amount of things that go on in the prison system behind the walls that if you haven't been in there, you wouldn't know. But he's 16 and thank God he still has his mind. He got out and went to college and got a degree. He's a doctor now. Psychology doctor or something like that.
Right.
And for him to talk and speak about this and keep on bringing it to the forefront so people could know what really happened. And did you see the movie?
What movie? The Central Park 5?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it all the way through. Some of it I saw.
It's horrible. And it's like, I think I cut it off at a certain point. I couldn't see no more. Like Corey had the most difficult time.
Okay, he's the youngest.
He was the older one out of all of them. Okay. Because he went to the men's prison first. At 16 years old because he was going on 17.
Okay.
He had difficult time.
Yeah.
It was so bad that he ended up putting himself in segregation. He found out the system where if you do something wrong, you go to segregation.
Yeah.
He stayed in segregation for years.
Yeah.
He'll get out and go back in.
Right.
Because that's how bad the older men, it's terrible.
Yeah. I know I've never been in juvenile, right? But just being a young woman, because I was 23 at the time, being a young woman and being in a women's facility and having to be around a lot of bitterness, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I had to be around a lot of crying. I wasn't used to that, and I was always happy. And as y'all can see, if you watch any of our podcasts, I always chuckle. Like I'm always a happy person, right? I strive to be in the environment of happiness always,
all the time.
as well as you should as well. And I try my best not to take things serious, but in the penitentiary, at every moment, you gotta laugh and laugh and laugh to keep from crying. That is a very dark place, very depressing.
It is.
Very stressful, very bitter. So anytime that you can reserve and hold your anger, think of other things to do, you should always do that. And just know that with this political game, this is a game. It's all a game.
It is all a game.
It's all a game. And when we think about it, however the world is designed to go, it don't got nothing to do with man. Whatever the higher power is saying that's gonna happen, this political race don't even matter. They sit and they play these games. It still results to the people.
Yeah.
White people's feeling like, some the privilege that they have, they're not worried about it.
Yeah.
They're not worried about it because they feel, we're overprivileged anyway. But here's why they have to worry. no matter how you design it or slice it, especially at the same time, they're doing too many things at once. They're trying to take the system and take the dollars away and do everything digital. That is so dumb to
I
me.
don't think it should
That's
be
the
digital.
dumbest thing to me.
It's too
right.
Yeah.
They want to do that so they can control who has money and who doesn't. Okay. What they're not realizing is, especially with this internet, the older people are trying to make it comfortable for their people that's behind them. You can't do that. You can't do that, because even with them designing the laws that they're thinking is going to be of a benefit continuously for the white people, that's the world isn't even designing it and allowing it to happen.
No.
You expose so much with they got the smart houses, right?
Okay.
To where you can hear everything, see everything.
Snoop in on you.
Yeah. There's people that can tap into your Wi-Fi's and hear your conversations, know your addresses and all that. Nothing's private anymore.
Nothing's private.
That is where the world is heading. And so they have this thing also to where they're stating that's why the Black people should be worried, right? In 2052, that's 25 years from now. We most likely still be here, right?
Right.
They're saying that that Black people are going to be, we're going to either be gone, or because we're going to be washed with immigration, right? Or also we're going to be poor. We're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole.
People wake up.
And then you see other articles where you say the Black woman is at the highest of the game right now. Every corporation needs a Black woman, and how the Black women are more above than most whites, right? Women, right? So that's what I'm saying. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. You don't know who's
got to go day by day.
Not. Yeah, day by day.
Live life. Just live life.
Definitely.
But yes, going into, guess what? Who has gotten out of prison?
Who's gotten out of prison?
Thomas Lane.
Who was that?
And Thomas Lane is one of the 4 that got convicted in George Floyd's murder.
Okay.
He did 2 years in prison, and
he's the one that cried. He's
the one. I think he should never got any time at all.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he should have gotten any time.
Not to ruffle any feathers of George Floyd's family. We all saw the same thing, right?
Yeah, but he was just on he wasn't working for 3 days or 4 days.
He was holding his feet, and he was doing what his commander said for him to do. And just think, you go to do your first big deal on a job, and you go to jail, and you are crying because somebody just died in front of you.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I didn't understand what prison did for him. Now he's got another story to tell. So we'll never know, right? Yeah. He was at the feet part of George Floyd, so he actually couldn't even see what was going on
in front. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
So he has served his time. He turned himself in to talk to his PO and set everything up. So, I don't know what's going to happen for him now, but Derek Chauvin is steady getting into problems in the prison system.
Yeah, because the people want to kill him.
The gang members.
Yeah, they want to kill him.
So they have sent him to Texas, which Texas wouldn't be any better because
it'd be worse.
Mexican mobs and stuff are the same ones that's around this area.
You never know. The system could be designed to keep him in there or to hurt him too, because so much has happened because the act of a white man that was offended, that had been getting away with murder and assault and insults and disrespect for as many years as he was on the force. Right. He was getting away with it so long. So why in his mind, why would they care about a George Floyd? So hey, yeah, he has Mr. Chauvin, right? Yeah. They're constantly trying to protect him. They are. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. It's a guarantee, just like somebody got to him at the prison here, wasn't it here? Yes. Somebody will get to him there in Texas if they want to. If they want to. If that's their intent, is to hurt them. Their prisons down there are more designed on a clout thing anyway. Yeah. Rank thing anyway. So if he's protected, I would be totally shocked.
He had to be in PC all the time.
Yeah. And then, so they're in celebrity news.
Uh-oh.
In celebrity news, so Cardi B.
Okay.
Right? She's pregnant with her third child from her husband. Right?
Okay, that's a good thing.
And so there was it was a big deal because she stood up at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards, right?
Oh, yeah.
She stood up at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards and she checked a lot of people because she's tired of people coming from her for the sake of her marriage. This is why I brought this up, because I'm single.
And
so,
I'm married.
And she's married. So I always talk about things that single
and married.
Yeah. So my question is for Sade, where we'll have this conversation about how she's pregnant. She did a divorce.
Okay. Or she's filing a divorce.
No.
It's complete.
It's filed.
Okay.
It's filed, right?
It's not complete.
It's not complete. It's in process. So she filed. She also went to New York to get her an apartment. She's more comfortable. She's a Southern girl because of him. Wifey, kids, all that down there to help him raise his kids and them raise their kids together. She come back home. She's in New York looking for apartments. New York, New Jersey looking for a crib, right? Cool. Plus, they have the house in LA. That was part of his cheating. He was supposedly slept with Krishan Rock in the house in LA.
That's true.
I don't know. But I'm saying that to say, for you married people out there, the single woman talking, right? At one point, is it for the vows to be done? She's pregnant, so you can jeopardize giving me a disease if you're sleeping around while I'm pregnant. And we're married. Well, still married, but separated right now, right? I filed. Then I move away. So how does that? Also, she took her money out of the accounts. She took all her money away from him. So he doesn't have nearly what she has, right? Till death do you part, and for better and for worse. Can you please explain that? Like, how do you separate the emotion from your vows? Because these are your emotions. You can't help. It's in your heart. You love your mate. Yeah. He's cheating on me. He's disrespecting me.
What did she say? It was her disclaimer at the Hollywood Unlocked. Pretty much.
She just she just checked the fans and she checked the other rappers about she made more money than the dudes that the women rappers that's coming at her mates. That she's married. And that's why she's trying and tried to work it out for her with her husband. But she had to file a divorce and she has to leave because he's making a fool of her. He's making a mockery of her. So at what point, like as a relationship, I've been in relationships my whole life, right? I've had long-term relationships my whole life. Like, and so with that, I'm gonna say as a single woman, once you break me, it's done. Yeah. Ain't no, we can't back it up.
I think sometimes you have to make the move to kind of separate yourself, take a break, and he work on himself, and then you work on yourself, and see if it comes back together later.
Okay, so not a divorce, but a break.
I mean, she did the divorce. She's doing that process now, but who's to say he might say, "Look, please don't divorce me. I love you. I'm trying to get it right."
But I don't believe you.
Hey, you never know. Because
you've been cheating on me. You've been cheating on me. You've been cheating on me, like repeatedly cheating on me.
Well, he needs to sit his ass down.
When them women less than me. On top of you cheating on me, you're in my crib that I bought with women. What do you say to that, Sade? What do you do?
Girl, I done been through it all, so I don't know what to say right now for this lady.
Would you say, are you because your marriage is grand right now? No, you don't want to speak on it?
It ain't grand, but it's just like I've been through everything she's going through. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So then sometimes you just have to like a break.
Okay. And so do you think that loyalty is worth staying? Like, do you being loyal? Do you think longevity, excuse me, it's worth you being loyal?
Sometimes I think so. Yeah.
Now, is it
The
from what I
longevity.
heard that longevity is a person being comfortable and they're accepting neglect and unworthy. They don't feel worthy.
Well, not all the time. That's why when you lay the law down and give a person a break, and it's not even giving them a break. We broke up, so if you're breaking up, say, "Oh, I'm done. It's over with." Like she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
She got her own crib. They live in separate lives.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, I think the man realizes, dang, I've been doing all this stupid shit out here in the streets. Maybe it's time for me to go back because they ain't doing nothing. They ain't like Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't act like they ain't doing the same thing. Cardi B might have her own, personality and know how to take care of the home and do all type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna run back and be like, okay, I apologize. Let me get my life together.
Right.
How can I get my life back together? Be back in your presence, ma'am.
But do you think that he would want to do that only because he's comfortable?
No. That you can't be. No. No.
So you say no.
No, I don't think he'll do it because he's comfortable.
And you think he'll do it because he really loves her?
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to believe that he loves her. Right? Because, and I'm speaking from a single woman's perspective, right? It would be hard for me to say that he genuinely loves her. Why? Because he's been caught cheating so many times. Think about the times that he's cheated on her that we don't know about. That we don't know about, right? He has constantly, repeatedly cheated on her and we don't know about it. And she takes him back.
He has a sex addiction. A lot of them have a sex addiction.
She have a sex addiction too. Women have sex addictions as well.
Yeah, but hers was with that one person. His sex addiction probably looking at other women.
There's multiple people.
And them multiple women throwing themselves at him. He can't help himself. Hey, look, I don't know. To get him something.
Also, back to political wise, right? Political wise, they're teasing Kamala, stating that the reason why she's so high up in the race that the white men they oppose of her, but she has a white husband. They say that's why she could get in. Is because he's Jewish. Okay. So, but isn't Jewish white?
Then that's what I'm saying. Ethnicity and the way you look is two different things. He has a different ethnic background. He's white, but he has a different ethnic background. That's and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, get mad about like when black people, you see a bunch of black people and you go to this one person, oh, you're black. And they say, no, I am Jamaican.
Right.
Ethnicity. So we need to know the difference.
I don't see, there is no difference.
Well, to some people he look white until he opened his mouth.
And then he speaks like, he has a twang to a Jewish, slang twang, I would like to say, right? And you could tell by his flow of his conversation that he's Jew, right? He's Jewish. And so and a lot of people say Jewish people are black, no offense to Jewish, because, hey, Jewish people been really in the country wise have helped black people a lot. So black people don't really have problem with Jewish people because they try, you know what I'm saying? But they can only do so much as well, right?
You can only do so much to help a person that you can't help themselves.
She wanted to go there. That's what they're saying. Okay, so she wanted to be, with a white man, but she's with a Jewish man, so that's next to that. When actually, they've had a lot of, trials and
they have
a lot of things going on in their culture as well, right? And so that takes me back to what our main focus for this episode was: the immigration. If the immigrants are coming over, they're allowing the Democrats are allowing all of the immigration to come over.
But they've been allowing immigrants over for centuries. It's just ain't just now. It's been whoever been president, they allowed this for years and years and years. That's why we have so many mixed and multicultural type of people, because immigrants came over here from Nigeria, from Africa, through the lottery system. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's been going on for centuries. Don't highlight it just because it's been going on the last 4 years. It's been going on for a long time. So that's why we have all these mixed people. I'm mixed. You know what I'm saying? I'm Nigerian and Black American. You know what I'm saying? You got some stuff probably in your background you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to, can't say that.
Yeah. I mean, this presidential debate is going to be...
I can't wait till tonight. I'm going to watch tonight.
Trying. We'll have an opinion on Friday.
Yes.
In our 5-minute segment. Sade been booked.
Oh, God.
On Friday. So I just tap in and do my opinions on Friday. 2 minutes to 5 minute, quick little opinions. We do that every Friday. This Friday will be me and Sade.
Yes.
After tonight's debate. And then there'll be another one again tomorrow. So we'll give our opinion on Friday. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Meet the Shoe. Make sure you check out with our sponsors.
Yes.
Cashmere Lux.
Yes.
Bossed Up Beauty.
Lena
Beans Organic.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you guys and have a good night.